Alright, we are on. Okay, so I am going to be giving you my WWE SmackDown uh results review and grades. Now, honestly, I really did like this week's SmackDown. Thought it was a great go home for TLC, and the Roman Reigns promos were good. Uh, and Bianca Belair versus Bailey was brilliant. So yeah, we had a great SmackDown. It was a stacked card. It seemed a little short. I know it wasn't short because but to me it did seem a little short. Um, we really didn't get to see much except for like go home wrestling. I wanted to see a few more promos, I'd say. So yeah. But besides that, let's go ahead and get into it. So first we have let me show you what our match card is so you can see it along with me. Also, I forgot everything that happened that fast. Um, yeah, so I think it is sharing my screen. There we go. Alright, let's hop into it. Do not need any notifications. Alright, here we go. That's really far down. Here we are. Alright. So this is Kevin Owens. He opened with a promo, and Paul Heyman was there, and he answered Kevin Owens. I honestly really didn't like this because to me, I think Kevin Owens, he did a great job on the mic. Paul Heyman, his job on the mic, to me wasn't as good as we have seen him do before, which disappointed me. But it did send a really good message, and it left you wondering, like, is Roman Reigns going to come out there right now, or is Jey Uso going to come out there right now? You didn't know what was exactly going to happen, which is exactly what you want in wrestling. You don't want it to be too predictable. So yeah, the message was good. I think Paul Heyman needed a little bit of work there, because I have been wanting Paul Heyman to go on the mic more, but I just think he had some mic rust, like ring rust, mic rust. That's exactly what he had. So yeah, that's why I didn't like the Paul Heyman part in this, but I still think it was a really good promo. Then we got to see Kevin Owens go backstage because he was like, I want to face Roman Reigns now. I want to talk to Roman Reigns. I want to fight Roman Reigns, which is exactly what we want to hear. I know my mic isn't brilliant, uh, just to get that out the way, but that's exactly what we need. We need to see Kevin Owens want to fight because that's his thing. Fight Owens, fight. So, yeah, he needs to fight. It's fight Owens, fight. He needs to fight, which was really good. It left you wondering, okay, are they going to interact backstage? And then you saw Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman going out there immediately when Kevin Owens got to where they were, which was brilliant because you got to see how Roman Reigns can get in the head of Kevin Owens and just how cool Kevin Owens is in general and how Roman Reigns operates now. Got to see his little heelish side, which has been happening a lot, but you got to really see, like Roman, you got to see this new character. We saw more of Roman than we've seen in the last few weeks. We've seen, like, to me, this was legendary. Seeing how Roman Reigns just pulled that off. I know it's just okay, that's simple, but I mean, you got to see how upset Kevin Owens was. You got to see how smirk Roman Reigns was, which was awesome. So I'm going to the details, y'all. I'm going to the details. This was me. So we got to see Roman Reigns pretty much just scold, destroy, obliterate Kevin Owens on the mic, which was really good. He gave him an opportunity. He said, you have to call me the tribal chief and I will make things easier for you. Which to me, it made me think, okay, I I see where this is going. I don't completely understand it, but I do see where it's going. He wants him to call him the tribal chief, though he's not really the tribal chief of his family. That's not how Kevin Owens' family works. But you really got to see how Roman Reigns thinks he's in control in his weird new sadistic mind. So that was cool. Then he said he wants Kevin Owens to get out there now, and that was just brilliant how he said that. He had it bold, like he was the boss of wrestling, which is exactly what we needed. Kevin Owens came out. He got beat up by Jey Uso and Roman. Then later backstage, Roman Reigns went at Jey Uso to make sure that Kevin Owens cannot even make it to TLC anymore, which is exactly what you want to see, because you got to see that play out through the whole show, which was exactly what we needed. So for me, this is an up, but it's like A plus. I don't know. I really liked it. You got to see uh, how they're planting a seed, not just not for a long time, just for the show itself. And I know people don't like their short booking, but in this case, it worked. So yeah, I like this. Um, so what else happened on SmackDown? We had the Street Profits champion defeat the champions, SmackDown Tag Team Champions, defeat Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode to retain. Yes, I do remember the challengers dominating Dolph Ziggler and Roode, who I like to call Rudolph. So that was amazing. I like Angelo Dawkins' new move. It's amazing. The Famouser is also really good. Um, if I have to really rate it, I'd give it a B. Um, the match could have been better. Um, but it's just like they haven't mentioned here, the roll-ups. I don't like roll-ups anymore. If you watch What Culture Wrestling, you know that roll-ups have happened since March, only since March, 100 times. And now that's like 101 right there. So it makes you think, that's like 4 roll-ups a show, like 4 roll-ups a month. No, more than 4 roll-ups a month. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like it could be 20 roll-ups a month and then 4 roll-ups per show or 4 roll-ups per week. Um, that's too many roll-ups, but the match here was great, so I'm giving this one both an up and a down because the match itself was great. The ending was terrible, which I did not like. So yeah, that's what we have. We have the Riott Squad defeating Billie Kay and Tamina. To me, I liked this. I like to see what Billie Kay is doing. It makes you think, well, Tamina, Natalya, and Billie Kay all team up, which to me that would sound amazing. That would be amazing. Um, we're seeing Billie Kay in action more, which is really good. I didn't like that Billie Kay was the one who got pinned, but I didn't want Tamina to get pinned either. I actually wanted them to win, because I see a lot of potential in Kay, and there's definitely a lot of potential in Tamina. So the Riott Squad winning here wasn't the greatest thing that they could have done. They could have pulled off like a victory with Tamina and Billie Kay. I don't know, bring Natalya out to interfere or something. I don't know. But they could have made this better. They could have, because for me, this was like too predictable. You know the Riott Squad's going to win. They're just going to do this now. It's going to be just like Lana and the announce tables. Now they're doing this. I don't like it. Do something with Billie Kay. Do something with Tamina. Down. Carmella hosted a champagne tasting. This was not brilliant. I think Carmella's promo, it was good, but she kept saying the same things over and over again. I was like, okay, we get it. Now will you get to what you're actually trying to do? Um, but to me, I just think this was too much on the topic itself. Now, unlike a lot of people, I do like this feud. I do like it. I just think it's a lose-lose situation. If Sasha Banks loses, that means that we have justified that she cannot keep a title. And if Carmella loses, it justifies that WWE has nothing to do because they repackaged her to make her amazing, like the greatest, untouchable, the best. And if she loses, then, I mean, what was the point? You could have saved it for later. Put Carmella in a different feud. Um, Unless they put on like a really good match that makes Carmella look strong in defeat or Sasha Banks. Actually, they can't do anything to save it with Sasha Banks losing. So Sasha Banks would have to win, and Carmella would have to be strong in defeat. That's the only thing that you can do. And to please wrestling fans, that is not easy. So for me, this feud, for me, it's a lose-lose situation for now. They could save it on for later. Um, but to me, I didn't like it. I like the wrestlers, Carmella and Sasha Banks. They're amazing. They're the greatest women's wrestlers in this generation. Oh, some of the greatest in this generation. So yeah, I like the wrestlers. I like where this is going, but the ending will not work out well. So I have to say that this one, this sort of gets it down for me. I'm sorry. Now that's like 3 downs in a row. We have 2 ups. Just sad. Um, then we have Otis defeating Shinsuke Nakamura. Uh, Here's the thing: the match was brilliant. The match was great. It was like though it was like a squash match. For Shinsuke, we got to see Otis debut new ring gear, and we got to see how um, good Otis is. Like Otis is getting that push that he needed when he was Mr. Money in the Bank. Cough cough. Needed when he was Mr. Money in the Bank. Um, it just made you think if WWE is doing this now, and they could have done this earlier when Otis was Mr. Money in the Bank. What's going on? What's going on here? Um, so it just makes you think why are they doing this so late, and why is Shinsuke Nakamura being destroyed like this? The match was dragged on too much, and after the match, Gable he did another one of those stupid things where he's like, "No, you have to do the opposite of what I do," which just don't do that. Don't do that. Um, but the match, it was pretty good. So it gets an up. It gets an up. I'll give it an up. It's close to a down though, but it gets an up. Sami Zayn hosted the Sammy Awards. Remember to keep count. We are 3 ups, 3 downs. Sami Zayn hosted the Sammy Awards. Um, this was funny. It was really funny. Um, it was also confusing. Um, I if they were gonna do a Sammy Awards, they should have made the background better. They could have showed more awards until they got to Big E. Um, and they could have talked more about what Sammy accomplished and what he did to get a Slammy cough cough Sammy award. So yeah, they could have really worked on that. Make it longer, but to me, I think good. We got to see how Biggie came out there, which was amazing. I didn't like how Biggie and Sami Zayn fought over who got to like talk on the mic and say, "Oh, this was a mistake," or "Uh-oh, I actually really deserve this. Wow, thank you. I love this. I love this. Oh, thank you," from Big E. So, um, I don't know. I think it could have been extended, and um, but Corey Graves did do a great job on commentary, saying this is not professional, which I mean, it's not professional. But that's just Big E now. That proves that he's moving up in wrestling. He doesn't care about being professional. He wants to beat him up. So yeah, I like the Sammy Awards. They could have been better, but I like it. That's an up. So right now we are at 4 ups and 3 downs, I think. So far it's pretty good. Um, Bailey defeated Bianca Belair. Here's the thing. They could have made this predictable, super predictable, and it would work. Bianca Belair could have beaten Bailey. Um, but Bailey did rake the eyes. So it shows you that they can continue this feud. They can continue it. I don't know. They can do it to the Royal Rumble. So that is why I think that the plan is good, but this match in general, it was good, but I did not like how it ended. But despite how it ended, it was great. It was amazing. It shows you the future of wrestling. You can see the future of these two, the future of this program. That's it. That's great. Up. That's an up. So that's 5 ups, 3 downs. Um. Okay, then we got Talking Smack. Blah blah blah. Well, anyway, let's get to what was actually the end of this. Okay. So we got to see Kevin Owens. If you can't see my mouse, I am circling where he is buried at. We got to see that. We got to see Roman Reigns bury him. That was amazing. His foot's right there. And Roman Reigns just showed how good he can be. Jey Uso showed that he's a future star. He's like in this situation, Roman Reigns is Triple H. Jey Uso is Seth Rollins from 2014 to 2015. So yeah, I really do like this. There was nothing bad you could say about it, but I would have preferred that because Roman Reigns has this new thing where he's like talking when he's beating somebody up. He's like, "You could have done this. You could have respected me. You could have kept yourself away from this." Which to me, I honestly love that. That's amazing. It works. It works for Roman. I like it. I would have preferred that they did some of that, but to me, this was like an A plus right here, though. You can barely even take off a point. They made Jey Uso look strong. It's like he gained back all that momentum that he had lost when he lost to Daniel Bryan, then at Survivor Series, then to Kevin Owens. So it's like he gained back that momentum. He lost to Drew McIntyre. He gained back all that momentum. So I think right here, it brought Jey back up. It just left Kevin Owens with what you could say like it's like you think, does he even have a chance? Like, is a surprise gonna happen? No, you don't think that at all. So in this situation, you don't see a future for Kevin Owens here, but you do get to see how Jey Uso is evolving and how Roman Reigns is establishing his dominance, which is exactly what WWE needs to do. So yeah, this was A plus for me, or you could just put A. I don't know, it was fine. If which that's like a six ups, 3 downs. Overall the show was brilliant. I think if you look at the show, the only things that to me stood out were um only thing that stood out was Roman Reigns and Bianca Belair versus Billie. That's the only stuff that stood out for me. So I think it's a great show, but they could have done more significant stuff. So yes, this was brilliant, and I did indeed love it. So I'm giving SmackDown an up, and I think I'm not sure what the ratings are. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what the ratings are, but I think this was really good, really cool. I loved it. So yeah, I think they pulled this off great. Uh, this could main event. This is like what pay-per-view would be, including promos. So with that, I'm closing this out, and I just want to say it was great. I loved it. Thank you for watching. Deuces.